Welcome Anass and Drew to this case study today. Of course, you guys did crazy good in August last month. This month you're also crushing it. So let's go over a bit what you did, what you guys have done before, what made you decide to go into Ecom, and overall just what you did to scale to those crazy good numbers, right? So who are you both? Let's start with Anass. Of course, Anass, I knew you before. We're good friends, and now I help you a bit with your stores. That's also why you unlocked the big scale. So Anass, what did you do before Ecom? And what made you decide to pursue your dreams in Ecom?
Right. Yes. Obviously, we know each other from working together. I was a closer, did sales. That was already really good. Not gonna lie, it was good money. But after doing it for a while, I guess it wasn't the freedom I was looking for. So, I did my best, made some money, but then I wanted to pursue ecom. I saw that people were making more with ecom and also having more time for themselves. When you wake up, you have some sales, you can go out and eat, you have some sales. So that's when I went on basically an adventure. I joined the real world from Andrew Tate, tried the ecom course there, tried an agency course as well, but nothing really wanted to stick. So when I met this guy, my business partner now. We kept going, and eventually we did okay numbers. We even hit a 2K day with one of our stores. We joined a market. We joined the UK market. It was a very tough market, but we still got our sales.
Yeah,
And then boom, after the first 2K day, it just went bad. Didn't get any more sales. Our product died out. We didn't know how to keep it alive. That's when or at least me, I reached out to you. I was like, hey, let's see what next team's doing. See if it can help.
exactly. Nice. Because it's funny. You guys know each other from the real world. That's a unique story.
Yeah,
Because,
yeah, yeah.
of course, you're located in the US, and as you're, of course, from Netherlands, you're a Moroccan guy from Netherlands. But Drew, you're from the US, and now you're sitting together in Casablanca together. Also, the
All
first
right.
time leaving the US, Drew. So how is that? How has that been, leaving the US for the first time?
Yeah, it's been really interesting. It's the first time had a layover flight in Paris as well,
Mm,
or in France. I got to go see the Eiffel Tower, came to Casablanca, and everything's just a lot different than the US. So
nice.
really exciting to travel. I'll just introduce myself, kind of what I used to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I originally went to welding school, and that went well. I went and started welding, ironwork, etc. Uh, like kind of like Ennis, it made good money, but you had to work 10, 12-hour days, 6 to 7 days a week. And, a lot of welding fumes, a lot
Mm-hmm.
of dangerous stuff, and no time to really do anything with the money. So
Yeah.
that's like you said, I met him in the real world, wanted to try something online so I could have more time or location freedom.
Yeah.
And then yeah, we
Nice.
uh we tried a few things, but ecom seemed to be the best fit. And of course, it's worked the best for us now.
Exactly. So essentially, you both had the same reason to start Ecom, right? Both making good money, had a pretty good role, making good money, but not having the real freedom you were looking for. And of course, that's also one of the reasons I started Ecom because, yeah, if you don't want to work one day and the stores are doing good, you can just continue with just living life and you still have money coming in, right? So that's also why I started. And I think it's also one of the best decisions you ever made. So that's very good. Very happy for you guys also sitting out together in Morocco. That's crazy. But let's get into it. So first you were doing the store in UK. And then of course, Anass, you reached out to me like 2 months ago. We jumped on a call with the three of us. And first of all, UK is a good market, but very competitive. And you didn't have really the storytelling on your store yet. So what I then told you is to look at the more blue ocean markets. Of course, we're not going to leak which markets because then tomorrow there would be 50,000 stores in that market, which we're not going to do. But look at the blue ocean markets, have better storytelling. We discussed a bit about the collections we want to do, make it a bit more branded. And then it just went really quickly because I still remember I had the call with you guys and like 1.5, 2 weeks later, maybe 2 weeks, you were at 20K days with 40% margin. It's absolutely bananas.
It went quick, yeah. We knew what we had to, or at least we knew how we needed to do things. We knew we had to put out a lot of work, a lot of time. We were already like trained in that way. We just needed to know what we needed to do, those, I guess, golden nuggets that we didn't have that you had for us. And yeah, it just took off. Hard
Exactly.
work, right knowledge, and you can get there.
It was actually just an information problem with you guys because that's also what I must say about you guys, and I really respect that. You guys are really committed. If I, after the call, immediately everything I said was implemented in one day. Most people in ecom, they're very slow. They need 5 to 10 days to even change their fucking domain link, which takes 3 minutes. but you guys just act. You did it immediately. So I had no doubt in my mind after our call that these numbers would just be a matter of time. And you proved it. Again, if you really have the good input, you will get a correct output for it. So it went very quickly and I'm very happy for that. But let's get into the ads manager because last month you guys did a lot of ad spend with some crazy ass ROAS. And I just want to show the people what's possible if you actually do what you say you're gonna do. So let's get into the ads manager. Of course, we'll have everything blurred to not leak anything about the blue ocean market. That's also what made the thing for you, right, guys? You can stick in a very competitive market and do some good numbers. But if you just go in a blue ocean market, then scale is inevitable, in my opinion.
Definitely. Let me just share my screen real quick.
Yeah.
Do you see it?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So this is from the 1st of August to the 31st.
Mm-hmm.
As you can see down here, yeah, we spent like $81,000 on ads. Yeah, ROAS 3.2 on the ads manager. So yeah, the ads manager is saying we did $250,000 in that month.
Nice. And how much did you effectively do? It was like 210k euros, right? Something like that.
I think 230k euros. So maybe it's correct.
Nice. And can you also, if you want to, of course, explain how much profit you did on this? Because I think, bro, with the 3 ROAS, profits must be very high. It was more than 60k, I think.
Yeah, around something like that. Yeah, we had 30% profit. So what would
Great.
that be on 20? That would be like yeah, almost 70k profit.
Almost 70k. Nice, man. Insane. Or you can see this is a crazy ROAS, man. 3.12 on an 80 plus K ad spend. So there you go, man. This proves what you can achieve if you just really do the inputs. Because you see as well, you guys had 84 campaigns. So it didn't come from itself. You didn't just launch one campaign and prayed for the best. You really put in the work with the right strategies, with the right knowledge. And we just did a few calls, right? We didn't do anything crazy, but you guys just really pursued it. And you can see what a result it brings, man. Absolutely crazy. So nice, very nice. You can close the ads manager if you want, because this shows for itself. But now that you did those days, of course, at the moment, you're still doing those very 10 to 20k days, I think. But what are the plans for Q4? Because you told me you want to do 250k profit in a month. Is that still the plan? Or has it become bigger?
Yeah, we still want to hit 250k because we haven't hit it yet. So that's still the goal. We want to hit that with like 4 stores, do 40k a day consistently over those 4 stores. And with the same ROAS as this, we should be able to hit 250k profit in a month.
Easily. So you want to have 4 stores in the Q4. So what would you say is the biggest issue at the moment which you have to get to that goal? Maybe for people to learn as well. Or what was the biggest setback you had also until this point? Because I know what it is, but maybe it's good if you guys can tell it a bit.
Yeah, I would say the main thing is if you want to do big numbers and you want to be able to scale over the long term, is you need to scale from the back end to the front end. We made a mistake a time or two trying to scale from the front end to the back end, and then you're rushing to fix everything when stuff goes wrong. So I would say if you really want to do big numbers, you got to do it right.
It's very attractive to see like sales coming in. You see like a good ROAS and just doubling campaigns, increasing the ad budget. But then if your backend is shit, you're gonna have to like basically put out all of these fires that could have been prevented if you just took it a little bit more slowly on the beginning. And then when you see, okay, my team is ready, boom, now I can like really go all in because you have the time.
100%. That's also what I preach a lot. All these people make the same mistakes. I also did it myself, so I of course don't blame you. See a good ROAS, you scale, and then you think like, fuck, now I have a payment processing hold, or I can't scale further because this or that happened, that account got thrown out, I don't know. But it's very important to always have your backend in check. That's also what I helped you guys with, I think. Give you my email flows as well. I just showed you what a good backend looks like because a lot of people in ecom, they say they have a good backend, but you would be very surprised how terribly shit their backend actually is. So then they scale and they say, huh, I've got no profit.
It was something before we started on it, it was like something we almost wanted to avoid building. We were like, bro, we don't want to do this. Let's just focus on sales, creatives, product research, and just finish it there. But I think the most important part of the whole business is your backend. If you don't have a good backend, then you might as well just not do it because you're gonna get holds anyway.
And at a
Exactly.
certain point, sales basically just get easy, but yeah, the back end's the actual hard part.
Exactly. But the thing is also, which I still knew when I was setting up my best backend, is I started enjoying doing it when it went good, because then you really see the systems in place, you see how automations are going. When your backend is
Yeah,
not in place, you're not sleeping that well, to be honest. But
yeah.
I will still remember it. It's a fun story we can tell in between. I was doing like fucking 40, 50k days. It was very good. And then I never changed my backend team since the start of Ecom, so I still had the same people. But I thought they were doing well. But then when I went in there myself, because I got chargebacks on this brand, which had very good product, but I was like, huh, I can't get chargebacks because I know my product is good. So I went in the mails myself and it was terrible. So then I fired everyone and listen to this. I was doing 40, 50K days. I went back in there doing the mails myself. So I was answering mails, 40, 50K days. You hear me? Getting after notification, answering mails like a stupid idiot. And then I set up my whole backend in like 3 weeks, but really a good backend, split testing funnels, doing really everything structured, building the systems in Monday, supply chain management, which you guys also know have, thanks to the knowledge. And then when I had it set up, I felt like so good. No payment holds anymore. Everything went well. My profits were actually profits. So big tip to everyone in Ecom, I think you guys also learned it the hard way. Always have your backend in place before you scale.
100%. Yeah, it's so important. Even if it seems like challenging, intimidating even, it's going to help you the most in the long run. And when you wake up and you see all those Discord notifications of your team members communicating with each other, and they basically resolve everything without you needing to step in, that's the best feeling ever.
Exactly. You have a real business then, you know?
Exactly, yeah. I think building the backend is what makes you an actual entrepreneur, not just making sales.
Making
Yeah, and
sales.
I like what you said about kind of changing how you think about it instead of like, oh, I have to do this. It almost does get a little bit exciting once you start building the different departments of your back end and you see things get automated. Once we kind of did that with our customer support, everything else is more exciting to say, all right, what else can we automate? What else can we set up to go just by itself?
Exactly. What I also remember is that the ROAS only increased when the backend increased, right? So that's only a good thing.
Definitely.
Sure.
Definitely. Nice, guys. And question from my side, what is some advice you would give to people who were in the same situation as you? Because a lot of people reach out to me who are a bit in the same situation. So make some good money, but they have no freedom. They want to do more of these kinds of stuff, go on vacation a bit more, have more freedom. What is some advice you would give to those people and also just people who want to start ecom in general? What is the best advice you can give to them?
So for people who are already in ecom and people that are not yet in ecom, right?
People who are just getting started or not yet in ecom, what would you say to them was the biggest motivation for you? And what do they really need to do to make it succeed?
Okay. Me personally, I would say for the people that are just starting ecom, just look at what the big guys are doing, copy them, make some sales, make sure you're profitable. But then if you want to really break through, try and differentiate yourself. That's something we've noticed in UK, and that's probably why they went really well. So we saw everyone running, those collections with buy two, 20 or 10% off, buy three, 15% off. What we did, which he came up with, was buy three, get two, or buy two, get three, was it?
Buy two, get the third one free.
Yeah, buy two, get the third one free. And that one worked really well. We had like I think a 4.5 ROAS on that collection in the UK, while the others were like 2.5. So we noticed like because we were different, we didn't look like everyone else, and people, bought as if they've never seen it like ever before. So that's something I would give as a piece of advice for people that are already in ecom. For people that are not in ecom, I just say just fucking go for it, man. What are you waiting for? It's
Do it.
all these people making money online. It's the model's been around for years already. People are changing their lives and the lives of their families. I mean, look at us. He's never been outside the States, and now he's in Morocco with me in my own
Right.
country. So if that doesn't motivate you, then what does?
Perfect answer, bro. Love the answer. For you, Drew, what's that?
Yeah, for me, I think the most important would be stepping outside of your comfort zone and also just kind of going all in with your decisions and your time. So something that I did was, of course, with welding, I was making decent money, but uh, if I'm working 12 hours every day, I don't have as much time if I wanted to start something like e-commerce. So even before that, I switched to something part-time. I would not say quit your job and go all in on something. Definitely keep a part-time job so you can
Keep
pay your,
cash flow.
yep,
Yeah.
pay your food, have some cash flow, pay your rent. But don't be afraid to go and do something a little bit less glamorous. What I actually did is I went and lived on a dairy farm. So I would wake up 4:30 and I would milk cows starting at 5 a.m. for 4 hours every single day for for a couple of months. And then once stuff started going good, because I did some stuff online before we started doing e-commerce. Of course, once we started, it went much better. But
Yeah.
Yeah. Bro, I have to give a quick shout out to Drew, bro. Like he's an absolute soldier. You don't know this yet, bro. But when we first started working together, he didn't have Wi-Fi in the house he was sleeping at. He wasn't sleeping at home, but at his work. So what he had to do is he had to sit in his car for like 7, 8 hours outside where he had a connection and work from there, like for days in a row. This man didn't like sit behind a desk for months since we were working together.
Bro, that's crazy.
Yeah,
Wow,
bro, this is absolute soldier.
I
Telling
didn't know.
you.
Bro. That's crazy. A lot of
Yeah,
respect.
bro.
So you see, if all these people who are being stupid because they don't want to start or can't start, and then you have True, who is just doing it from his car. That's different.
Yeah, bro. Honestly, like most people have heard this a lot of times already, but you literally just have to give it your all. Like how corny it sounds.
Cliches are true.
The cliches are true. You literally just have to think, okay, I want to start with ecom. I know it works. Let me just give all the time I have that I normally would waste, just put it in there, try my best to improve, ask as many questions as possible, do this every day. And while you might not see results right away, after 2 weeks, 3 weeks, you're going to be like, okay, hey, I'm starting to get the hang of this. And who knows, maybe after the first month or the second month, you're going to get sales. And that's when, it's going to click. When you get that first notification, you'll be like, oh yeah, this is possible.
Most beautiful moment at the first notification. Still know it till this day. Still
Bro,
know it.
I did a little dance when the first one came in, bro.
Crazy, yeah? Yeah, I think the two most important things for me would be like one, just do it, and two, you need to know what's possible. Because Anass, you knew already, you close with a good ecom coaching company, that what you can do is insane with ecom. You can do 50K days, you can do 100K days, you can do 20K days pretty easily. But if you do not know that it's possible, it's very hard to achieve it. So I think that's something you guys really had good from the start. You just knew what's possible. You knew 10, 20, 30K days were possible and also quickly. And then it was just finding the right information, which I helped you with, which I'm very proud of course, because I love helping you guys, looking at you guys now. I made all this money, be in Morocco now, going to scale even further. But you just took raw action, you just did it. Drew even did it from his fucking car, so that's a crazy story. And I love that for you guys. But yeah, to everyone out there, what I think is the most important, what these guys reflect best, is just commit yourself. Just do it. Don't be lazy. Don't take any excuse from it. Just do it. There's no reason not to do it. As you said, Anass, everybody makes money online. That's also motivation for me at the start. I saw all these idiots online, which I know I'm way better off, making a lot of money. So I needed to make even more, you know? So
Definitely.
that's
So we
perfect.
said we were looking around, we were like, all these idiots, bro, making all this money. If they can do it, bro, we know we can crush them. And we're still making progress. There's still a lot to come.
A lot to come. There's a lot more to come. 100%. Nice, guys. I think this was a very, very good case study. I appreciate you guys a lot, and I think you're gonna absolutely crush it this Q4. Of course, if anyone watching this has any questions to me or to Anass or to Drew, reach out to us. I will put everyone's Insta in the bio. And guys, I wish you a very nice vacation in Morocco. Make it a nice stay there, but that won't be a problem, I think. And we'll hear each other like we always do. So, guys, thank you a lot for the case study, and I'll speak to you soon.
Of course.
Ciao.
Bye.